What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Yeah, I'm trying to make a Christmas tree in Minecraft. That was a weird voice crack. Here it is. Not really a ton to say. It's very circular. It's very much a tree. I didn't go very crazy with making it imperfect or whatever. I just made circles over and over again. But yeah, I really don't have a ton else to say. So that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Oh, I feel so short. Here are all the materials you're needing. Those four concretes are kind of interchangeable. Also, it's spruce wood, not dark oak wood, because I know they look like exactly the same and there's no difference. But yeah. Alrighty, and the space you need for this is a 15 by 15, and I believe it is less than 9 materials, so it really doesn't matter. But I am going to give you the order that I would like you to grab them in, just because. Spruce wood or spruce logs, it shouldn't matter. I mean, you could technically see it from the top, but it doesn't matter that much. Nether brick walls, that's a fun one. Spruce leaves. We'll get out with bamboo planks, bamboo stairs, bamboo slabs. It is more than 9, god dang it. And then you can get out the concretes. I'm actually gonna wait. The colors are white, red, yellow, lime that I chose. You can do whatever you want. I was gonna do more, but with the sizing that I made everything, it wasn't going to work. So, from your 15 by 15 grid, you want to start from the center. And essentially, if you can go from any corner, and just count inward diagonally by, I believe it should be 7. So, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it would be 7 or 8. And then you can just place a block there. It actually doesn't really matter. You don't technically need to bring that. Well, I'll probably bring it up anyway. But, and you want to bring that. I love how I accidentally made this a present on the floor. You want to bring this out in each direction with another spruce wood, which, by the way, you want all these to be facing up, like that, so you have a plus shape. In the corners of the plus shape, you can place nether brick walls, and this will just give it a little bit more of a curvature. It's a small detail because you can't really see it because of the trunk not being that tall at the bottom, but it does make a little bit of a difference. You can then make this 20 tall in total, so you want to bring this whole thing up by 19. That. Hopefully everyone's having a good day or night. I am for the most part. I don't know why I said day like that. I just like, sometimes I do that. Like T's and D's instead of doing like t or d, I'll do z. I don't know why. I like a z in there. They have to be upward facing. You can fill in the middle. You can literally just place the top log. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna do it like that. You probably don't even need it at all, realistically. That looks really weird, but we're not done, in case that wasn't clear. I mean, unless you just wanted a trunk, then congrats. You want to, from the 4th block up of the spruce wood specifically, you want to go out in each direction with 6 spruce leaves. And you will notice it ends up being in line with the edge of your grid. In case that was important. And then you're going to do a specific pattern. And it's a little bit weird because it repeats and then it stops repeating. I'm going to go over it twice. You want to do this from all 4 of that end block. You want to take the end block and you want to go inward diagonally up 2. When I say inward, it should be towards the trunk, by the way. You'll then go up 1. Inward diagonally up 1. Up 1. Out 2, so away from the trunk. Then inward diagonally upward 2. Up 1. Inward diagonally up 1. Up 1. Out 2. In diagonally up 2. Up 1. In diagonally up 1. Up 1. Out 2. And then you'll go in diagonally up by 2. Up 1. In diagonally up 1. Up 1, and then we'll end up being in diagonally up 1 and up 1 to finish it off. And you want that on all 4 sides, so it looks like that. And essentially, if you took this and made this into like a flat tree, I think this would look arguably better. You'll see, because I'm going to probably do this side next. Also, do keep in mind when I'm telling you, I know I should have said this earlier, but when you go to the end block and then you go, like, basically it'll be on top of the middle block of that row of 3 when I say inward diagonally up, or whatever. Anywhere from this N1, you will go inward diagonally up 2 again, so you'll see that is there. Up 1, in diagonally up 1, out 2, in diagonally up 2, up 1, in diagonally up 1, out 2, in diagonally up 2, up 1, in diagonally up 1, out 2, in diagonally up 2, up 1, in diagonally up 1, and then you should connect to the previous one like that. And yeah, see, that looks pretty like a tree. It is a little bit, I feel like, not wide enough, but I didn't want to make it too wide because it would also look weird. So it's a fine line. I ended up actually originally starting with 7 on either side, and then I was like, this just feels too wide for the trunk. Because, I mean, the width of the leaves per side is double the trunk. So, I mean, that's like 4 trunks wide. And then again, you do the same thing on the other 2. It's a simple pattern, to be honest. It's not that hard. I'm not going to instruct it again. Hopefully it's having a good day. I don't think either way, hopefully it's having a good day or not. I am for the most part. I don't think I said it yet. I might have. I forget, because I might have said it when I was filling up the trunk. And I feel like I did, or at least I was gonna, and then I might have forgotten. And then comes the fun part after this, which is not very fun. It's a little weird, gonna be honest. It just is. But it works, so I guess that's something. I mean, I'd hope it works. So yeah, you should have this, and it's essentially is like, it's a low poly tree, I guess. Essentially, as you go along with this, you want to make sure each layer is completely filled in with leaves. If you want to go inside and add like spruce wood and stuff to create branches, by all means. I'm not focused on that, but if you want to, it's a minor thing, but I think not necessarily with the spruce leaves. If you add some texture in though with like oak and something, it would be noticeable, but spruce is a little darker, so it's not as noticeable. Like if I go to the top here, you can barely even see the spruce through that one leaf. But anyway, the bottom layer is 5-2-1 essentially. So you want to take one of them and you can just bring it. I'm going to say this front one, you'll go right 2, back diagonally right 1, back diagonally to the right 2, back 1, back diagonally to the right 1, back 1. And it'll give you this, and that's like a little slice of your pie. Even though it's a tree, not a pie, but... So, again, when I say 5-2-1 and whatever I just said, that's what it means. You have these long rows will end up being 5, then it'll be 2, 1, and then we'll go back to 2, and then 5. Which it really doesn't make any sense, because that technically would imply that there should be 2 1s, because then it should be 5-2-1-1-2-5 for that to work, but you get the point. And this is where things get a little weird. But you're gonna have a circle, and you'll fill it in, obviously, as I mentioned. You will have a little gap where the nether brick walls are. If you want to, like, fill that in or something, you can, or just leave it. Again, it's not that noticeable. Like, if you're right under it, then you'll be like, oh no, a gap, but it's gonna be covered in leaves anyway at the top, so it doesn't matter that much. At least not to me. I'm not sweating about it, but... And you could also do this, like, you could do half the tree or a quarter of the tree or whatever, and then just structure block it if you're familiar with that. I have a video on that, by the way. You should go check that out. Not specifically with Christmas trees, just structure blocking in general. Because that was what I did originally. I made a quarter, and then I structured it to there, and then I structured the whole half on the other side. But essentially, every ring, or every, I guess, row, it's going to be just basically diagonally inside. So the second one, I think, is going to be a 5-2, if I'm correct. It'll be 5-2-2-5. Which I guess is the more logical way to say that. But, so, like, essentially, again, it's the same 5, and then we'll just keep... You're just keeping inward diagonally. You don't want to touch the edges, except for, I guess, with this corner. Like, that's technically touching, but... You don't want to be like that. That was a funny misplace. Essentially, and I'm telling you this way because you want to keep it this way entirely. And there are layers where it'll stick out, obviously. You want to just make sure that you, like... trace this one down to this layer. So you see how this sticky outy one is in line with this? It'll end up wanting to also be in line with that when you get there. If that makes any sense. Like, you're keeping it consistent based on the portion of the tree. I guess the width, the radius of the circle, excuse me. At that level. I will just like give you the quick version of each one. I know it is kind of weird, but so this one will be it'll be like a 5-2-5 with the corner like this. It's weird. And then the next layer will obviously be the same because it's directly on top of it. You can make changes to the layers. I actually thought about changing that top layer on, like, I guess the second layers, but I didn't find that it looked very good. I just think that it's better to be a little more perfect because it does look a little bland, or it looks a little perfect. Like, I don't know, it's fat or something. It doesn't have enough arc to it, which is what I was trying to do, but it works, so, you know. Also, Merry Christmas, because it's probably Christmas that you're seeing this. Or it might be Christmas Eve if things happen, but it's probably Christmas. Well, you're probably not watching this on Christmas, but whatever. Merry Christmas Eve, Merry whatever day it is uploaded, I don't know. I'm recording this 19th, so I don't know what's happening. Although, based on the fact that I don't have a Christmas video ready, we're going to assume that it's this. And then the next layer will be just 5-1-5. It gets weird because the last, like, the thinnest layer ends up actually being a circle. Or a square, sorry, not a circle. Kind of stupid. But yeah, it ends up being just a 5 block wide square. 5 block deep, thick? Something like that, I don't know. And then again, where it sticks back out here, it'll be the 5-2-2 or whatever. You're basically just looking down at that one, which is literally what I did. Like this one right here, you see? Okay, it's in line, so that's what you want. I kind of have it memorized. Again, I have an advantage because I kind of know what I'm doing and I've built it before, so I have a better idea of how it works. Granted, my memory's not, like, Avenger. I don't know why Avengers worthy. I don't know why Avengers need, like, great memories, but it's not, like, incredible, but it's good enough to remember how the tree looks or how you're supposed to do steps and stuff. And then this layer is back to the 5 weird corner thing, 2 and 2.5, 1.5. 1.5 would make more sense, because then you would split this block like diagonally for some reason. I don't know who would do that, but I would. Actually, I would do that, 100%. So you will have some repetition of circle sizes. And I kind of forgot this is a thing that I do. I'm gonna edit out, and I'll be back when the tree is done, because I think you should know what is happening at this point in time. So if you followed my instructions perfectly, you should have something like this, which is fine. This top, however, is a little bit different, and I kind of did this intentionally because I feel like it's easier to just build the whole thing and then kind of carve out the top. So this, like, upper layer, this 3, it's a 3x3 square. You'll punch out the top corner of each on each side. The 5 block thing's a little weird. You essentially want to take off all corners for both blocks, the first and the second. And then on the rows of 3, you'll take off the top left and top right blocks. Oh, God. Oh, God. Like that. That's how the top should look. It's just a minor change. It makes it a little bit more pointed, which is obviously what you want for a Christmas tree. Probably, if I had to guess. Where is my image of the star? I struggle with this so bad, but we're gonna, yeah. So on the tippy top of the tree, you want to just place a bamboo plank on the top spruce leaf. I almost just said stair. Depending on the way you want this, essentially, we're gonna work. The star is gonna go to the left and to the right, so you want to make sure that you're facing the way that you want the star to be facing, or I guess behind it doesn't matter necessarily. You want to bring the bamboo planks left and right by 1 each, or that middle bamboo plank left and right by 1. Underneath each of those planks, you'll place bamboo stairs to face away from that spruce leaf that will be in between them. And on top of the end bamboo planks, you'll also place bamboo stairs, or you'll also place bamboo stairs on top to face away, like that. You'll place, in the center, you'll place a plank with another one on top, and then just going left and right of those top stairs, you'll place bamboo slabs. It'll give you this. I struggled with this so bad. This is the best I could get. I cannot make stars. I'm not sure why. I just cannot make stars at all. I could have done an angel. I probably would have been able to make an angel better than this. I'm going to be honest. Doesn't mean it'd be good. So now you can get out your concrete colors. And the ones that I ended up picking were red, white, lime, and yellow concrete. You can mix in terracotta. You can go wool. You can pick other colors. It doesn't matter. This is not specific to the original. This is however you want to do it. So I would recommend taking areas, just like, 2x2 areas roughly, or if you're on like a weird corner, you could just make it like the bottom two and then the top one. And you want to just break them and place whatever your concrete of choice is. And you just want to do this around the tree just to add little sparkles or whatever. I don't know what the official term for these would be, because I don't really think they're ornaments. And it just, like, just go around and just add a few. There's really no pattern to this. Just don't add too many. And you can make them different sizes if you want. I just make all of mine 2 because I find that 2x2 because I find that better. Also, I just made something else that I ended up doing this for. Not that, like, well, the splotches all being 2x2. You'll see that eventually. It is YouTube related, don't worry. I feel like one on each side of each color is good, if that makes any sense at all. Because you don't want to overcrowd it either. And you can add like ribbon and stuff if you really want to get fancy. I'm not fancy at all though. I'm kind of on the basic level for this, but go crazy. Maybe add that angel on top that I didn't, which I should have, but I feel like a star is more common. That green looks lonely. And it looks lonely up top now, too. Something like that. I'll actually make this a red, too. I think the original one looked better, but it doesn't really matter. It gets the point across. It's honestly probably better if you don't have them on, like, flat ground like I have on that right one. It's better if they're kind of on the diagonals, playing with that a little bit more. But, yeah, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Christmas tree complete, and also Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year, but it's not New Year's yet, and that was a whole different thing. But, yeah, that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know what you guys think of this tree in the comments down below. I'd say it's pretty alright. It's not the greatest tree, but it does the job. And, yeah, that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.